wasn't going to do an episode. I wasn't going to do an episode this week, and I don't know when I'm going to put it out, to be honest. But and if you're wondering why this is called pre-grief, it's because if you've seen any of my other videos or TikToks, you know I've been talking about my friend who's got cancer. Stomach cancer. He got diagnosed September the 10th last year, 2025, and that was the day before Charlie Kirk got assassinated. That's how I remember that date. And I've told you before about this may not be the reason at all, but I told you about the cans of liquid death, or what he drunk. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. I really don't. It's probably nothing. It's probably just me. You average conspiracy theorist. Anyway, it's been one thing after another. He had 3 rounds of chemo. I've told you before, he can't take things orally because of stomach cancer. So he's got tubes and pig feeds, everything coming out of him. And he's had so many complications. His blood levels dropped. He had to he passed out in the bathroom, banged his head, had to have a blood transfusion, got over that, and then his tubes get blocked and whatnot. So every time he goes to have his next round of chemo, it's he ends up in hospital. There's another complication. Just minor things that will come wrong, like tubes getting blocked, and not that they're minor, but nothing serious, too serious anyway. And then just before Christmas, so I'll say November, the beginning of December, he spent a month in hospital. Starts at Basildon, and then he goes to London Hospital. And he was like a month in hospital, and that was because his pig feed blocked, one of his tubes blocked or something. And so when he came out just a few days before Christmas 2025, and I said to him, I go, so, because it unblocked itself, so I goes, well, you just spent a month in hospital for nothing. He goes, oh, well, at least they got my levels right, his blood levels and all that. Fuck me, within a few days, what was it? Was it New Year's Eve? He went to the toilet and passed out. I've told you this before, he smashed his head on the floor, he's got a nasty gash, could have lost his eye, went right down to his eye. And so that was New Year's Eve, and he's gone in Basildon, and he's been in there, well, as of recording this, which is the what's the date today? 26th of February. 26th of February. So he's been in there nearly 3 months, and yeah, they got his levels right. In Basildon Hospital, this is. So they said to him, it's to get his levels right. But in the 3 months he's been in there, only this fucking week, he's had the occupational therapist come round to get him up. But for 3 months they've left him laying there. I know you've got the risk of him passing out again because of his potassium levels, and he's passed out twice. But surely, you can't bring 2 round and like both put your arm round him to keep him strong, keep him supple, get his muscles moving. No, cunts left him. Excuse my language, but they're cunts. They left him 3 fucking months. Basildon Hospital, 3 months they fucking left him, and. So yeah, the idea was to get his levels right and he'd go back home and then start his chemo again. Not that I agree with chemo, because I know about ivermectin, fenbendazole. I've told you all this before, but he can't take anything orally, so he's got no choice but to blast it and fucking all that shit. Anyway, so, and I've always argued from day one. I said, like, how comes they can't take the tumour out? How comes? And he said to me, I've asked him several times. He said, because one part is close to an artery, and the other part is too close to the pancreas. So me, logically thinking, is we'll cut round them bits and leave and take the rest. So leave the 10-15% and take away the 80% or 85, whatever it is. I'm no good at maths, sorry about that. And I said to him, I goes, didn't you ask for a second opinion? He goes, oh, no, Cole, no. The surgeon who told him that, he asked a second opinion. I said, but you're still taking his word. I question everything. I don't trust any cunt. Sorry, excuse my language, but I don't trust people. Until I get to know someone, and they've got to earn my trust, like I've got to earn their trust. It's it's a mutual thing, it's a two-way street, like trust. And so on the face value, especially people who work for Big Pharma, don't trust them. Especially after COVID, what happened? I couldn't trust these people when they was allegedly getting paid for per person they diagnosed, and per death certificate, and per person they put on a ventilator, and disgusting. Told you, a friend of mine, Phil, lived around the corner from me. He went into hospital. I take it for a cold, because they were scaring the shit out of people, weren't they? Showing you rows and rows and rows in coffins, which come from a fucking film. But they was trying to scare you, thinking like, and you kept seeing clips on social media of people dropping down dead in China, all fake shit. Just to propel the propaganda and to fucking get people going. So obviously he got scared, rang 111, whatever it is, or I think I've got it, must have had a cold. Oh yeah, come in. And he phoned my friend the night before. Told you this before, so I'm repeating myself for people who's just watching for the first time. And he phoned my friend, because he's a friend of a friend, this film, and he's been around my ass and all that, but like he's a friend of a friend. And he said to this person, he goes, tomorrow they're going to induce me into a coma, and I don't know why. So they did. Put him on a ventilator, and died. You see, he ticked all the boxes, I suppose, in his 60s, early 60s. No family, no kids, no wife. Lived alone. Yeah, we can get away with that one. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Disgusting. But knowing what we know, how do you trust people? How do you even believe it when they say, like, if you've got no symptoms, they say you've got cancer. As soon as you hit 50, straight away they want to get you in. We want to do a health check. We want to check your bloods. We want to fucking diagnose you with something so we can get you hooked on something, and then what cause other complications, and then we'll give you more shit to fucking cause other complications until you fucking die. Now they've told me I've got blood clotting disease. What did they call that? They called it, lupus anticoagulant, they told me I've got. It's fucking years ago. Anyway, I says I don't give in to fear. I'll leave it into God's hands. Do you know what I mean? I was going to say aspirins, but then I thought, I've heard good and bad things about them. So I just had loads of vinegar, but then I heard cancer thrives in an acidic body, so I stopped having too much vinegar. I still like vinegar, but I don't know. As I said, I'll just leave these things to fate. And then they told me I've got high cholesterol. Don't you need high cholesterol for the blood-brain barrier to stop you from getting dementia from all these metals they put in our fucking foods and drinks and what's raining from the sky? Anyway, so yeah, they told me blood clotting disease, high cholesterol. Oh, and just for good measure, pre-diabetic. This was fucking years ago. Fuck off. They're phoning my wife the other day because I won't let them ring me no more. I won't let them put in a complaint. Stop texting me with your health check shit and all that bollocks. I don't trust you. And anyway, they phoned my wife. Oh, I've got to get your husband in for a health check. Want to take his bloods and all that. Fuck off. Fuck you. Anyway, going back to my friend with cancer. Yeah, so he's been in Basildon. And I'll tell you again, I'm repeating myself because in episode number 7, I think, when I was driving and I went to see him in Basildon Hospital, I told you what happened about his operation, because he's got that electrical thing in his back. It's like an electrical box for pain because he's had a back operation in the past. He can't have the MRI because it's got electrical bits in it, so they had to do an investigation internally, so they opened him up. Anyway, so when they done that, they put him under a what's it called, local or general? I think it's local, where you don't, they just give you a sedative. so he's not knocked out. But, and they numb you obviously, but then he said towards the last half hour, he thinks it was last half hour, he couldn't see the time, but he said it felt like half hour at least. He said he felt everything, and he felt them inside him. So he don't say much, he don't complain, he don't moan or nothing, so you can only imagine what that felt like. I heard, I don't know, I don't think he said, but I think we heard it when his partner had done a complaint. We found out they took 4 of them to hold him down, allegedly, so yeah, I think she found out through that way. But yeah, he said to me it's the closest thing to being hung, drawn and quartered. Anyway, so he's been traumatised, so he will not have any sort of operation or investigation done, or if his pig feed's blocked, he will not have it, and he insists on going back to London Hospital because they was good. So so that's what's been happening. Anything he needs to have done, he insists on London Hospital. But when he goes to Basildon, he's sitting in the wall in the corridor A&E for like 24 to 48 hours before he gets to bed. So anyway, so we just have to like get his levels right, so he goes back home to carry on with his chemo. Oh, and Basildon said, again, I said this in the other episode, Basildon said they done some other scan, don't know what one, don't ask me, and they said, yeah, the tumour has moved, because it was stage 4, moved away from the liver and it shrunk. So then he goes to London Hospital. No, that ain't true. No, it's not. It's no different. But then, I don't know what's happened. Then he was told, oh yes, it has moved away from the liver, but it's still stage 4. And they said, oh, it's because there's spots on the liver. But if we, this is what they said, if we was to like scan everybody's liver, everyone would have spots. So anyway, they're still calling it class 4. And yeah, so it's just moved away from the liver slightly, but not shrunk. If I'm recalling that correctly, that's, I don't tend to get a lot of things wrong, but don't quote me on it. So he's just spent 3 months in hospital, so we're waiting for his potassium levels to get back, but then he gets weak. He's getting weak because they're not getting him up. Only this week, after 3 months, this week, since New Year's Eve, they've got him up. Wankers. And now, what do you know what they told us yesterday? What they told his partner? And this is why I'm sorry if I've just been crying. I've just been on the phone to us. It's hard to take in, but they basically said his organs are packing up. They're sending him home to die. Just the other day, his potassium levels were great. It was like he had to have another scan, then he was going to go home. Now you're telling us nothing more we can do. So you've left him to rot in that fucking bed, Basildon Hospital, for 3 fucking months. You've done what you've done to him when you opened him up and fucking he felt everything. You've kept him waiting like a fucking dog in the fucking corridor when he's fucking cut his head open, when he fucking nearly took his eye out because he fell. And when his tubes have been blocked and he fucking needed a blood transfusion, you've kept him sitting in the fucking corridor for up to like nearly 2 fucking days, Basildon Hospital. You fucking didn't anaesthetise him properly because he fucking felt everything. Then you didn't get the fucking occupational therapist to get him up walking about so his muscles are working. You fucking left him to rot, you cunts. And then 3 months later, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. We're sending him home to die. I'm fucking furious. Fucking furious. So now we've got to fucking. This is why I'm calling it pre-grieving. I know we're grieving before anything's happened. But our heads are fucked. 1 minute we thought he's gonna get through this. He's gonna get over it. And now you're saying this. I don't know. I can't. So now, obviously, people don't like. I open my trap. I can't keep my mouth shut, and I'll just blurt out what I think. It's a autistic trait. I don't know. It's just like, I just say what I fucking, a bit like Tourette's, I suppose, but like catchphrase. I say what I see. Anyway, so I said to his partner, I left her a voicemail. I didn't want to phone her because she was up there. I got angry like that. Not at her, but at them. And obviously she don't want to. And I said, well, why the fuck can't he have that operation now? They said they can't do it because it's too risky. One part's close to an artery, one part's close to the pancreas. But they can operate on your brain, and that's full of fucking arteries. And is it? I don't know. I'm sure you can cut arteries and seal them. I don't know. I'm no medical expert, but I still ain't buying why you couldn't have cut the fucking thing out and just left them bits what are dangerous, and then take ivermectin for bendazole to fucking kill off the rest, and then he can eat and drink, take the actual cures, and yeah. So now you've left him to rot, and now you're saying there's nothing we can do, really. So yeah, my question is now, well, why can't that? If you're sending him home to die, so if that was me, I'd say, well, fucking take the fucking thing out. Take it out. If I die under the operating table, then I'm gonna die. You're sending me home to die anyway. So why not do that? It's just logical. So I don't know what's happening. I've said all that for them to say, so I don't know what's happening with that. But no, I'll just come off the phone to his partner, and she just said, because she just bought him a single bed for downstairs. And now they said, no, they can't send him home. He's got to have an hospital bed because of he's lost so much weight. His electrical thing in his back, that's poking through like the skin now, and it's caused him discomfort. He can't even sit in a chair, so poor fucker. Heartbreaking. I don't know what to say. So then my next question was, and I said, I'm not up there, and it's not my place to ask questions because I'm not family, I'm not next to kin. I know we're sort of related, but like not officially. So I said, I goes, do me a favour, find out if he's on this drug called remdesivir, REMDEMSEVIR, remdesivir. Because each drug has a generic name and a medical term, and I think the medical term for it is Valkyrie. Let me just check. Yeah, Valkyrie, VELKURY. I made a note of it. Yeah, so each drug has a generic name and a brand name. So, but remdesivir allegedly, got to say allegedly because I'm on fucking social media, I'm on YouTube. Don't want fucking big tech and big pharma to fucking allegedly, remdesivir was well known during the 2020 purge for shutting down people's organs and obviously killing them off, allegedly. So now we've got them telling us after 3 months. There was no sign, no warning about this or nothing, but now they're saying like his organs are packing up. Really? Is he on that drug? So I told him to fucking check. Because I still think there's hope. I still think if he is on anything like that, I'd say fucking find out all the. I said get a list of everything what he's on. Find out what he's on. Do your research. Because you will find out. And if you find he's on anything like remdesivir, what can shut down your organs, then there's your reason why. So get off that fucking immediately. Get onto London Hospital. Fucking demand that to be taken out right now. You got nothing to lose. Take it out fucking now, right now. And if they don't, go to another hospital. Fucking put it all. I'll put it all over so on TikTok. You know, he's had like 1,000 views on TikTok and a lot of people. And I know they know. Basildon Hospital. I know. Because I kept thinking, I was getting a bit paranoid. I thought, I wonder if this is the reason, because it's got back to them that I've spoken out. I wonder if they're like covering their ass extra careful, so they keep them in extra long just to say, oh, but because they're waiting for you to discharge yourself. Oh, but Mr. He's discharged himself, so it's not our fault. But we fucking held him hostage while fucking made him suffer for 3 months until we had no choice but to fucking. But he hasn't done that. So now they're thinking, right, fuck me, he ain't budging, and we need the bed as well. So that's oh yeah, your organs are shutting down. We're just going to send you home to yeah. I don't know. I'm very angry. I'm very fucking. That was me. I'll fight. I'm not saying he hasn't fought, but he's listened to them, and now of course you're looking down the abyss. You're looking at fucking staring death in the face. Of course you're going to listen to. You think the people you can trust, not your conspiracy theorist friend. Oh no, don't listen to him. But maybe now's the time to fucking start listening to your conspiracy theorist friend. Now's the fucking time. Told you, I've got a hernia. I'm in a lot of pain in my bladder, bowel area. A lot of pain. It's got worse. I've had it a few years, but it's got worse. And I know I had a hernia. I will not fucking let them touch me. No fucking way. No fucking way. Told you in the other video, episode 7, the one before the Elvis one. I think it was a title, Big Brother Evil Sister. I'll tell you about my friend, who I'm talking about now. And I told you about my, I'm sort of related to him as well, Terry, his brother. And he's exactly the same as me, hernia in his groin area. He had to have that removed, which I need to have done. So he went to King George's. Last time I told you it was Queen's, it wasn't, it was King George's. And the surgeon fucking used a laser instead of a scalpel, experimented and burnt through to his bowel, killed him. Yeah, that's up. If you watch my episode, you see I put the press release on it. And apparently that weren't the first time he killed someone either. So yeah, you think I'm going to these fucking hospitals while we living like this? No fucking way. So now we've got to prepare ourselves. And as I said, it's like pre-grief. That's the best way I can describe it. Pre-grief. We're like preparing ourselves for. I'm more angry than upset. I'm on both. Of course, I've been sobbing my heart out, but I still can't accept it. And it's not just being in denial. I just can't accept it. I still think no. There's still something you can do. Do not listen to these people. Be careful you let in your head. Be careful what you start believing in. Don't let someone say, oh, you're about to die. Don't fucking fight to the end. There's a woman on Instagram, her son, when he was a child, he was in a hospice. They even paid for all his funeral and everything. He was literally staring at death's door. What's her name on Insta? Hope Dealer, something like that. I forget her name, and I'm not sure of her actual name. Is it Carrie? I don't know, I probably got that completely wrong, but she seems a lovely lady. And her son, like when he was a child, he was like, he refused morphine because I'm only retelling you from what she said on Insta. And he said he wanted to feel it, he wanted to like do it naturally. Anyway, so she made him like this cannabis concoction, and yeah, and the next thing I know, yeah, they've took him off like end of life, and he's fucking, yeah, he I don't know what it was. Don't ask me. I don't know what he's, whether it's CBT or what. I don't know, but yeah, he and he's a man now, so yeah. So don't let people tell you, oh yeah, they would just write you off, because you start believing that shit. You let it get in your head. And this is not being in denial. This is not, but this is what they want us to do. This is that they want to now tell you, no, there's nothing we can do. So yeah, the hospital bed is meant to be coming today. I just got off the phone from her, and yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to put this video out. As I said, I wasn't going to make a video. I just went to Nerd Base again, and yeah, so I had to pick something up. It's there, and I was going to pop in to see him in Basildon Hospital, and but yeah, she just said, she goes like, I don't think it's a good idea today. I mean, they've got to get their head around this, don't they? I nearly choked on a fucking prawn last night eating my dinner. Honestly, I just like, me and my wife was just talking about it, and because I was angry, and then also as I'm eating my dinner, we talked about it, and then I just got choked out, and I started fucking sobbing. Then he choked on a fucking prawn. Imagine that. I fucking died first for choking on a prawn. You gotta laugh, ain't you? So yeah, I don't know. And if you're wondering why I still played the intro at the beginning, because like obviously this is a sad episode. I ain't gonna do no studio stuff today. It's not, it's not fitting really. But like, if you're wondering why I still played the intro, obviously I muted it to emphasise the, seriousness of it. I don't want to make you think that I'm making light of it. Of course I'm not. But he's in the intro. He's laying down on the sun lounger. That was when we was on holiday, and in the villa we rented. He's laying down on the sun lounger, and he loves the intro, like me, fat dancing, my long beard, my bucket hat on, flip flops. He's just like, it's cheered him up while he's been in hospital, put it that way. But the last few weeks he hasn't watched anything on Netflix or anything. He's had no interest. He's obviously depression's got to him. He's not been in a good place. So yeah, that's why I still played the intro, because he's in it. He's on the other side of the pool. He's laying down. And it makes him laugh. So I'll play it at the end as well. So just because it makes him laugh, but we're not laughing. I'm angry, very angry, and what it's going to do to the others, I don't know. So now we've got to go through pre-grief because of Basildon Hospital. Just fucking, they've ruined him. But I still think there's chance. I still think there's hope. But I've said, get out of that fucking hospital. Get out. And insist, demand you want that operation. Demand it. I said, you got right. Fucking demand it. Go to another hospital. Demand. Get it out of you. But no. Listen to them. Oh no. Oh no. Did they tell him the truth when they said about the tumour? About it's too dangerous? Is it because no, really, we want to make more money from your fucking cancer treatment, from chemo, radiotherapy, and fucking drugs? Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. How do you know? I always side on the side of, like, I don't trust them, and I trust my own instincts, and my instinct has told me from day one, like, get it fucking out of you. Get it out of you. I told him about the liquid death when his partner gave it to me the other day, last summer. Cancelling, I ain't fucking drinking them, and I told him, I go, she tried giving me, and he goes, oh, it's alright, can't, because I've been drinking them. Fucking about 6 weeks later, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Not saying that was the reason why, but it makes you wonder, don't it? Shows you the water experiments with love and hate written on them, have words written on water. A water container can have an effect on the actual water. So imagine what that says. It's like my friend Glyn Roberts, an actor friend of mine, been from drama school. He died 2017. I lost a few people that year. A couple of young ones. My mate Jamie, 45, heart attack. Terrible. And Glyn was New Year's Day 2017. Glyn Roberts was 48. Jamie was 45. Glyn was 48. Another friend, Mickey Blake, he took his life. But he was a drinker. He was like, he's just, he couldn't cope. The council moved him away because his mum and dad died, and they wouldn't let him have the house, so they moved him way out of the area, somewhere. He's away for all his support system, and he couldn't cope. He yeah, well, as I was saying, Glyn, he died New Year's Day, heart attack. Nothing nefarious there, not that I know of. Age 48. Literally just a couple of hours after midnight, New Year's Day 2017. And then I go for his Facebook, because if you look at all my messages, all my likes and comments are all from Glyn and Jamie. Yeah. And, but I was going through Glyn's Facebook, and I looked at his profile pictures, and he's posed with headstones what said Roberts, and he scrubbed it out, like on the picture he scrubbed it out and he wrote his name, Glyn Roberts, because that was his surname. And there was 2 pictures like it, and I obviously thought it was funny. And I thought, oh my God, you've tempted fate. You've got to be so careful with your words and what you write, what you think, what you do, what you say. You've got to be so careful. Not saying that was the reason, but it makes you fucking think, don't it? So, again, going back to 2017, my dog died. Choco. He was 2. I don't like going to the vets for the same reason, but somehow we took him, and his balls, he had one ball weren't in the sack, it was up in his stomach. They said it could turn cancerous, and so they took my wife into like having them lobbed off, and I objected, but obviously they scare you with the C word, with the big C. So I went, all right. 2 months later, he's dead. 2 years old. Yeah, his heart gave out. He had like this cough, he had barking like this cough, and we thought that weren't right, so we took him to the vet, and they said, then they thought, we want to give him a scan, but it's like a couple of £100. Okay, do the scan. Next phone call, oh yeah, he died. I don't trust any of these people. My other dogs, kept them away from vets, no vaccinations, nothing, lived to their 17 and 14. Anyway, yeah. But again, now they try and scare you with insurance. Oh, you can't get insured unless you've had the vaccinations. Fuck all that shit. It's an evil world. It is a fucking evil world, and you've got to be savvy. While we're going through this evil, you must know. If you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Jesus, you must. All you've got to do is take a look around you. Look at the evil world. Look at the Epstein files, which I knew about for a certain number 17 back in 2018. What they've been doing. Just read the files. It's all true. Read the files. FBI documents. Read them. What they've been eating. What they've been consuming. So if you believe in complete and utter evil, then you've got to believe in complete and utter good. So you've got to pray. You've got to fucking pray. Pray to God, pray to Jesus, pray to the blood of Jesus, ask for a hedge of protection, pray for discernment, and use your head. And start listening to your fucking conspiracy theorist friend. I'm telling you, start listening to them. Because they know more than what you fucking realise. So, yep, at the moment I don't know what to say. Hopefully he's going to come home today and or maybe tomorrow, but yeah, I'm not going to give up on him. I ain't going to give up on him just because Basildon Hospital fucking, and if I find out he was on indemnity or something like that, it's going to be fucking hell to pay, I'm telling you. It will be public knowledge, I'm telling you. It will be. Anyway, speak to you later.